Okay, just so you guys can get an idea, the thickness difference between 866, which is this one here, as opposed to 828. It's a big difference as far as thickness from military grade to regular standard hypalon. Here's the seam that connects the rear cone. And that should basically, we don't need the other side. What we're going to do is we have one side and we just duplicate one side the opposite way, and it's the same. And that's your cone. There's your cone. That's one cone. Okay, so now what we did, we have all the templates open and we're beginning the cutouts so that we can cut them out exactly the same cutout as the tube that the customer sent. So essentially, if you have a tube, any tube, whatever tube or boat you have, we can duplicate it as long as we have the actual original tube. Sometimes we already have the templates. If you look back here, we already have templates of boats, so you won't have to do this a lot of the times, but when we don't, we ask you to bring us the old tubes. All these lines here, those are here's one side of the tube. It comes all the way, and then starting from this line here, that's on the other side of that way, is the other side. So this one piece will give us both sides. Now one side is already cut, we duplicate the other side, we got both sides, we glue them together, and then we get that process going. We'll start laying out the end cones in the front, and before you know it, we have a tube. So right now what we're doing is, this is the rope there. Remember we pulled off because this is what slides in on that particular Rendova. So we're cutting off the piece of hypalon so it wraps around it and it can be installed right back to it. Here's the tube. We've already started taping it all up together. We're starting to put the cones. We got the templates. We started putting them all together. We're putting the tubes, the cones. One of the seams that we put inside the tube. This is some of the stuff that you don't see, okay? We're putting the glue on it now. You see, here's the glue. We're prepping it up here. And this is, okay, it's already overlapped, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put that over the seam. So it gives it extra hold. Kind of gives it more protection, and so your seams don't open up. Now what happens is inferior companies that don't want to do these details because it's obviously more labor will disregard this, and then all of a sudden you're in the middle of the ocean and your tube opens up and you're like wondering why the back of the cone or whatnot opens up, and that's when you have problems. Okay, obviously you see how easy it is to go ahead and get the valve now. So think about doing this, replacing this valve with the tube closed. This is why I have the other video that you put pressure on it. You're tightening it, and then that's nice and sealed. It's on. And then here, you can use the tool to tighten even harder. All right, so here's the air separator, where it separates one chamber to the next. Remember that piece of paper that was dividing it? Now it's a nice thick piece of hypalon. All right, we're closing it up. We're starting to close it up now. And the tube is essentially closed. It has its valves. Now we'll start working it in, making sure there's no air pockets. Then we put the strips over that, and then we start putting all the details and the rub rail and all that good stuff. We're about to install the rub rail. All we did now from right before, all we did was just put air in this. We wait a little bit so it all dries up, and it's ready to go. All right, so that's it. The moment of truth. The rub rail is about to go on. We're putting the glue on it. All right, so here goes the rub rail. Now, final process. We got a boat. We got the Rendova tubes. Now we clean them up. She's done, ladies and gentlemen. You got all your inserts to slide them back on. Now it's basically the cleaning process. Guys, thank you for watching these videos. I'm gonna post the final product now. Make sure you guys like and subscribe.